Hello everybody and welcome to tonight's stream. We are playing Dungeon Encounters tonight. This is a game that I have been looking forward to getting into ever since I saw it announced at Tokyo Game Show, which wasn't very long ago, but this is one of those games that Square Enix has kind of thrown out there without putting too much of a media PR hype campaign behind it. Nonetheless, it does look very good. It looks very quirky and different, and one of Square Enix's, I guess, more experimental titles, which is another reason that I was looking forward to giving it a go. I haven't played it at all yet. I haven't had the chance. I did download it the day it got released, but I have been incredibly busy. It is that time of year, and as this wasn't a code I got given to review the game, I didn't really have the chance to. I haven't had a chance to play it for review or anything like that. I've had to focus on the other games first. Anyway, I now have time a little bit to get into it, so you're going to see me play this for the first couple of, for the first hour or so, and we'll just see what it's like at the start. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this, really looking forward to it. It definitely is my kind of game, so let's give it a go, shall we? Let's just jump straight into it. So nice and simple, as you can see, this is a little demo that they play if you leave the screen on the title for too long. You can see the combat system. Look at the ghosty. The ghosty's so cute. I'm liking the art style already. That's a big deal for me. So yeah, let's give it a go. We'll just escape out. Game start. Nice and simple. It's all very minimalist. New games. We've got 3 options there, so we'll jump on one of those. And story. In text, no less. Near a town, quiet and peaceful, an otherworldly labyrinth one day appeared, and from its depth poured forth countless ravenous fiends. The lords sent their best and brightest to chart the halls and beat back the horde, but alas, not a single one returned. Bereft of men-at-arms, but not of hope, the small folk resolved to stand for themselves. One by one they came to the academy to learn warcraft, where they might succeed where others failed, and etc. So, there's the setup for the game. We'll jump into the journey to the academy, and here we go. So, assemble your expedition party. As you can see, I mean, the thing that immediately attracted me about to this game, I think, the thing that really got me hooked right from the moment that I first saw it, was that it has this crossword aesthetic at the back. The dungeons that kind of look like they're crosswords, and as a big fan of crosswords, that certainly was appealing to me. I'm sure the developers went out of their way. I mean, I'm sure that was a source of inspiration for this game. The kind of the crossword aesthetic, playing with the kind of newspaper crosswords on a Sunday afternoon or whatever. That is probably what they were going for with this. So, review the party composition play guide. We better do that, shouldn't we? Like I said, I haven't played this at all, so I have no idea what this game is about. I don't know how to play it, other than the fact I've played a lot of RPGs in my time. So there you go. Yep. And that's it. Okay. Well, let's go with it. So, he looks like a warrior. Let's throw him in the party. Bang. What about... That's a wizard for sure. Look at that. Look at how wizardy he looks. So we'll put him at the back. Somewhere. What's that? Another warrior, I think. Level 1 warrior. And Laugi. Looks like an elf to me. Looks like Legolas a bit. Redhead with glasses. Cat. And that's definitely a warrior. Let's go with a cat. Let's go with Guinevere. If you know your Drizzt Do'Urden books, then you know who Guinevere is. That looks like Guinevere to me. Alright, so we've done that. What do we do next? I have no idea what I've done. Oh, hang on, you can select the profiles. So we can see the profile. Oh, there you go. You get little descriptions of all the characters as well. That's cool. So they've at least put some effort into the narrative. Lots of descriptions. There's a lot of characters. Wandering, knocked out. I wonder if this is online or anything. I wonder if these are like other people's characters or if this is just generated within the game. I guess we'll find out soon enough, but they're obviously very... Look at that, level 80. That's a very high level. I'm guessing that those are probably computer-generated characters. Okay, so what do I do now? How do I get out of here? I want to play now. That's pause. Ah, there we go. Review the exploration play guide. Let's do that quickly. Tiles with white numbers contain events. So that would be just like in a crossword. It starts with a number. To trigger them, enter the tile and select confirm. Events can always be found at the same location. Sure. The address of your current position, movement speed, total number of tiles mapped in the dungeon you displayed here. Okay, fine. And there's the rest of the menu. Okay, so it's all pretty straightforward if you've played your RPGs in the past. Oh, there we go. Here we go, we're moving. So, at the moment I'm just mapping tiles. So you get an AP as you actually map more of the dungeon, I see. 60 points to next AP, etc, etc. There's a 1. That's descending stairs. We don't want to descend stairs yet. 5. Resurrection Shrine. Okay, 4. Adventurer's Rest. Sure. The Academy. Oh, that's where you started, you see. Ability Station. So this is like the town, I guess. Shimmerazan. Oh, there we go. For charting 100 tiles, I've got 1 ability point. Cool. What do I do with that? What do I do? So that's equipment. Composition. Maybe if I... Oh, no, bring him back. Wait, where'd he go? Come back. I accidentally kicked one of the characters out of my team. There he is. Okay. How do I level up? Maybe I go back into composition. Nope, that's not it. I'm sure we'll work it out soon enough. Alright, so let's just go into this one, the Academy. Oh, that's that. Okay. Ability Station. There we go. Adventurer's Rest. Oops. Okay, I had a sleep. Let's continue on, shall we? Let's see what's this way. Oh, secret! You can find a secret there. Not every square in the map is immediately obvious. That's pretty cool. What's that one? The Imps, Shields and Cloaks. Ah, you can buy equipment here. Cool. Cool. I have 0 gold, so no, I'm not buying any equipment right now. The Mummy's Garment. Cool. So yeah, this is a non-combat area, obviously. This is the first level. This is hometown as such. So yeah, Purification Spring, Healing Fountains. We're not actually going to be doing any fighting here. I have to go down that level of dungeon to start that, which I will be doing soon, I think, since I'm nearly at the end of this intro area. Okay. Oh, there we go. For fully charting floor 00, 3 ability points have been rewarded. Excellent. If I knew what the ability points did, then even better. But I don't. Let's pause. I want to pause. So that's how you speed things up and slow things down. Okay. How do I add ability points? That's my big question right now. Probably should have paid more attention to the tutorial. Ability log. I've got 14 ability points, but no abilities right now. Maybe I just don't get them yet. That's possible. I'm sure I'll find out once I fight a battle. So let's go looking for battle now. This was where that dungeon level down was. And down we go, descending stairs. So now we're into the actual dungeon. Ooh, the underworld. I wonder if this is a roguelike, because that'd be pretty cool. If the levels are kind of randomized as you go along. 71, that's a high number. Exploration ability, Fiend Scouting. Okay. When active, battle encounters will be marked on the map. To use this ability, you must equip it at the ability station. Ah, I have to go back to level that point. That's how I get abilities. So I'm just going to duck back up, since I don't know if I'm going to be able to do much without having abilities. So we'll go back here. Now that was number 3, wasn't it? That's the ability station there. There we go. AC. Now I've turned it on. I have turned it on. Now I can see where the enemies are. Okay, let's use it. Shall we? Ability log. Can I use it? Or is it already on? Oh, maybe it's already on. Ability station. Oh, there was an ability station there anyway. Number 3 is ability station. Let's remember that. Maybe number 1 is enemy encounter. Oh, battle 1. It's a ghost. You get to fight the ghost straight away. Okay, so we better review the battle guide. And it all seems pretty straightforward here to me. Alright, so here we go. Ghosty attacks me. How rude. How rude. Okay, Panther attack with a hatchet. Don't know how the Panther has a hatchet, but the Panther does have a hatchet. So that's cool. And broadsword. And I've killed the ghosty. I win my first battle. The party was victorious. So this is all very streamlined stuff, I guess. That was what people were already expecting. But yeah, the combat system in this is all very 101 dungeon crawler. There's Resurrection Shrine, Healing Fountain if I needed it, which I don't. Yeah, it's all exactly traditional RPG style stuff. And I just love that this kind of game's been made in 2021. You know, everybody's always so pushing to make these games as complex as possible and high-level graphics and stuff. It's just nice to play something that's as simple as this sometimes. Okay. Go Panther. And broadsword. Ghosty dead. I feel a little bit bad about killing those ghosties. They're cute. I do like them. Okay, so number 1. That's the stairs, isn't it? That's how we go back down at the end of this one. Let's find another ghosty. 2 ghosties. Ooh. 1 down. Okay. Now he's gone. That's 1 ghosty. And Panther. Oh, old man finally gets a turn. What's he actually got? They don't have any abilities yet. Old man, come on, finish off the ghosties. There we go. I'm loving this. This is so my kind of game so far. This really is what I like. Grew up playing these kinds of games with this kind of creative approach to everything from graphics to storytelling and dungeon design and stuff. Never played something quite like this, but the spirit of this game is something that really taps back into my youth. So, yeah, in love with this so far. Really like the art too. It's minimalist, but it's really gorgeous, elegant stuff. Exactly the kind of game I like to see. Right. We'll go this way. There's 1 enemy here. Battle 01. It's just a ghost again. Don't know what the differences are between battle zeros and battle 1s. But they're all ghosts at the moment. Okay. Victorious again. More experience. Oh, I've got a sword now. I've got a new piece of equipment. That might be good. So there doesn't seem to be random encounters. It all seems to be what you kind of bump into on the crossword as such. which is fine for me, I guess. So PP cost 5, it's more expensive, but so much more damage. Well then, let's do that. Better equipment is good. Okay, let's go this way. See if we find any... 98, what's 98? Notes on Fiends, Ghost. Profile added to battle log, Ghost. Oh, cool. Now I know what he's about. The bestiary. Probably should be putting more attention into those things that I'm running into. The little... Oh, there we go. Fully charted it, so let's see if I can grab a new ability. No. I haven't learned any new abilities yet. Whether that's because I need to go and find them, or... I don't know. 99, that was... Ooh. I haven't met one of those yet, but they look nasty. Wild Boars. I imagine I'll be fighting one of those in the next dungeon level, which was where? It's up here, wasn't it? This way. There we go. Dungeon level down. So you can move along through this game at a pretty nice clip too. Seems like it's a low pressure, not particularly demanding game. Ah, so that's how you learn new abilities. You actually find them on the dungeon counter. I hope I didn't miss anything up there, because I've forgotten already, but there we go. That's how you learn new abilities. You actually find them on the dungeon floor. It's a dungeon encounter. Should have paid more attention to the... I was so eager to get into the game that I really should have paid more attention to the rules. Okie. Number 4. What do we got? It's going to be a boar now. Ooh. A killer mantis and a lamia. Ooh, the lamia seems tough to me. Alright, so we'll take on the lamia first. Boom. Oh, but... the lamia doesn't have any PD, which is that defensive stat, I think. You need to whittle that down before you can start to hit their hit points. But because she didn't have any, I straight away started tapping into the hit points, so she's not got many left. I'll kill her with this attack, I think. Yep. Lamia gone. Now we deal with the mantis. The mantis has a lot more PD. Personal defense? Whatever. Okay, that's that. Whoa. Hits hard too. Okay, I'll kill it this turn. Or not. There we go. 1 killer mantis down. That was the toughest battle yet. But I survived. Alright. Back on the quest. Now I have heard from people... Notes on Fiends, Killer Mantis. I have heard from people that this game does start very kind of straightforward and clean and easy, for want of a better term, but it does become a lot more involved the further into it you get. So I'm sure that's the case. I'm sure what I'm going through right now is nowhere near what the full game's about. Oh, a skeleton! Skeletons! My favourite enemy in RPGs is the skeleton. I don't know why, it's just the aesthetic. I think it's from my Dungeons and Dragons days, or probably actually even the Hero Quest days, where the skeleton figures were always... They amused me. So I've always enjoyed fighting skeletons in the earlier parts of RPGs. As you go on, the undead enemies get much more boring. But skeletons are just classic. There we go. Bye-bye, skeleton. Actually, you know what this reminds me of the most? Now that I'm into it a little bit. There was a game that was released on the 3DS called Crimson Shroud. And it was done by the guy that directed Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced and was involved with Final Fantasy 12. And it was basically like a board game. So a little bit like this, I guess, in a way, where you would actually physically roll dice, and it was all very Dungeons and Dragons-like in terms of its theme, or in terms of its design and the aesthetic and what it was going for. But it was also very low budget, very creative focused, and that's why this one reminds me of it a bit. It's tapping into the classic Dungeons and Dragons vibe, which is good. I'm mostly talking, as if you've been watching perhaps on playback or whatever, I'm mostly talking to myself, but that's because I've only recently started doing streams again, so people don't know I don't even have a schedule, so people don't know when I'm actually going to do these streams. So nobody's jumped on tonight, but I do have these on playback, which is where anybody who's listening to this voice right now will be watching them. So yeah, that's why I'm talking a lot, because you will still be able to watch this stream on playback. I will get a proper schedule organised for my streams and do them regularly again. And then hopefully we'll have good chats with people as we go along. Oh, I leveled up. Excellent. Renzo leveled up to level 2. Okay, that's good. So I did get some equipment there. Let's see what I've got. Deals a fixed amount of magical damage to all enemies. It's a spell. I can't give it to him. Okay. What about him? Can he have spells? No, he can't have spells either. I wonder why not. PP cost. What about Elva? Oh, Elva can. Guinevere can have the magic spell. There must be limitations to how much stuff you can carry as a group, so that must be where that's coming from. I imagine the PP cost is it. Healing fountain. Healed up. Don't need to resurrect. None of my dudes are dead. There's also something quite cathartic about just running around these squares and filling them in as you go. It's really just, well, just a ghost. So don't threaten me much. Yeah, it's really just enjoyable just running around filling in the dots. I like that. So if you use spells at the enemy, it deals damage to their mind state rather than their physical state. Mind defense and PD. PD must be physical defense and then mind defense. So 2 different defensive statistics there. Okie dokie. So back to filling in the squares. So cathartic. Colouring in, what's 9B? Skeleton. There we go. My favourite enemy. I really like that picture too. It's cute. Yeah. Skeletons. What are we fighting here? Oh, a hellhound and a wild boar. Okay. Wow, the hellhound's got a lot of health and stuff to deal with. What I might do is clear away that wild boar first. I'll attack the hellhound physically, and I'll attack the wild boar with magic. Let's deal with. No, I said I was going to attack the wild boar, but I've got a group attack. This one that does mind damage to both of them, so that's pretty cool. All right, now let's finish off the hellhound. Done. Cool. I can actually see this being quite... I got leveled up. Excellent. I can see this being quite strategic in the later game that you need to try. It doesn't seem like it has too many stats to juggle or anything, but it has the potential that what it could do with those is quite nuanced and complex and cool. Skeletons! Skeletons don't have many hit points, you see. They've got a high level of physical defense, but only 1 hit point. There we go. And we're moving on. I think we're nearly finished this dungeon level. I can't remember where the exit was, actually. One more enemy to fight. 2 more skeletons. Okay. Let's hit them with the mind magic this time. Pow. Excellent. So you have to, you probably would have noticed if you've been following along, but you've actually got to completely remove all of their defensive stat, whether that be physical or mind stat, before you can start to damage their hit points. Which means you'll want to have both good powerful magic and good powerful weaponry to capitalize on whatever the weakness of the enemy is. There we go. Finished the whole level here, charted it. Now I've got to go and find the pathway down because I don't remember where there it is. Put it. Here we go. And we're down to another level. You make some pretty good time in this game. How long have we been playing so far? Only 26 minutes, and we're already onto the 4th dungeon level. That's pretty good. You can play it in short bursts, in other words. There we go, another ability point. Wow, this is a bigger dungeon level. The crossword is getting bigger. There we go. 9Z. Aquaweed, that's an enemy. Pretty tough one too. Okay. I reckon they had just a ball designing this game. It would have been so much fun to make this thing. It was probably done as a... Whoa, that's a big group of enemies. That was probably done as a bit of a creative experiment. So the Aquaweed doesn't have any defense against mines and stuff right from the outset. So I can hit them with this. And straight away start to damage them. That's good. And the Hellhounds. Okay. Okay, and then the Panther, Guinevere, has that one which damages all the enemy's mind. So let's use that. Get rid of the 2 plants. Bye-bye plants. Wiped away. Okay, so old man. I'm at threat of taking damage now. Very much so. Yes, that's what I'll do. And then I'm going to hit him. So hopefully the Panther can kill the both of them. Well, no, one of them anyway. The other one's still got too much defense. There we go, 1 down. Okay, so now. Well, I got through that without taking any damage, but that was a close battle. I can see where this is going to get strategic now. That's cool. Renzo leveled up. Good stuff. Okay, back into the adventure. What's number 20? Math riddle. Uh-oh. I'm terrible at maths. Now I wish there was somebody on the stream to help me out. The answer is the address. 61725. Okay. 61725. I've got to find... I don't know what that was. Level 6, 17, Y, 25X, the coordinates, possibly. Maybe there's a treasure there or something. I'm going to forget that by the time I get to level 6. That's what it was. Oh well. Such is life. Some mind magic. Hit the skeleton with some mind magic. Get both of them. Bye-bye, skeleton. Unfortunately, this character, Renzo, doesn't actually have a magic ability yet, so... that attack's pretty much pointless at this stage, since I'm going to defeat the enemy by using magic. Okay, bye-bye, Wolfie. Moving along. Resurrection Shrine, which I don't need. Healing Fountain, which I don't need. Fight this enemy here. Battle away. Oh, that's another tough enemy. Rightio. Apparently, and I'm sorry if this is going to kill the stream, I must apologise about that, but apparently, I mean, my computer's telling me that this stream's off, so I'm going to try and restart. And hopefully, I don't lose anybody who happens to be watching. But since nobody's been chatting to me, I'm hoping for the best here. Okay, I think I'm back. I think. I'm just going to test. Apologies if there has been any disruption there. Apologies if you've been missing out on the stream, because it just noticed that it said it was offline. Now it says it's live, so if this has been a disruption and it's weird on the playback, sorry about that. But I'm just going to quickly tweet out. Dungeon. Alright. Well, hopefully, whatever technical issue I was having there was not enough to ruin this stream on playback as well. I hate technology. Alright, let's go back into it. What was I doing? Let's hit that one. Bit of magic. What's the situation? Hit him with some magic. I've got to get Ren with some magic because the physical stuff is just killing me at the moment. Let's get rid of those. Bam. Oh, I should have attacked the other one. That was stupid. That's going to get a free attack on me. Oh well. Panther's in a lot of trouble now. This is not good, peeps. This is not good. Am I going to get out of this? Without character's help, that's for sure. That should clear away 2 of the enemies. I should get out. None of my characters should take damage, which is good. I have yet to take any damage. There we go. And the party was victorious. Good stuff. So there we go. Some more gold. 2 characters leveled up. 3 of the characters leveled up. And we're away again. Alright. Fill in there. Okie dokie, so up to number 6, this battle number 6. 2 skeletons, my favourite enemies, excellent. best enemy skeletons. They do a bit of damage to the mind because they got the skull smash ability. I like that. And Panther finishes them off. There we go. 2 more skeletons down. Victorious. I haven't got any equipment for a while. Wonder when I get a chance to buy some new stuff. This is a big dungeon level. So the first couple of dungeon levels were quite small. This one is much larger. Oh dear, that's not good. 5 skeletons is going to do a lot of damage to me. Yeah, that could be a big problem. They all use their skull smashes especially. The bone sword doesn't do too much damage. It's the skull smash you need to watch out for. Luckily, the Panther has an attack all enemy ability that's really useful at this one. In this kind of a counter. Another one bites the dust, and Panther will finish them off with his hit every enemy ability, and we got through the horde of skeletons. Good stuff. Not worth many experience points, unfortunately. I'm really enjoying this. This is really cool. I'm going to spend a lot of time playing this, I think. I'm going to get a lot of time out of it. It's very much my kind of game. So, I haven't fought a mantis for a while, actually. Here we go. Magic. One plant down. The plants can actually whittle away a lot of your health quite easily. 2 plants down. Three plants down. I mean, that wasn't a plant. That was a mantis. 2 plants and a mantis down. And Renzo leveled up as well. Good. Ooh. That's the toughest battle yet, actually. 2 lamias and a skeleton. Well, lamias are quite easy to defeat physically, so let's do that. 1 down. Use that. Actually, the lamias don't do that much damage. They might have a special ability that I haven't run into, but yeah, they're not that concerning actually. You always want to watch out for the enemies that can hit hard even if they're easy to defeat, like the skeletons there. Okay, so we survived that battle. Don't think we've got any more battles to fight on this dungeon level. I don't know, can't remember where the exit is though. Need a map. Is there a map? I don't think there is a map. I don't think so. I think you're meant to remember the crossword puzzle, which is not good for me. I don't have a very good memory. Oh, there's a big chunk here that I haven't filled in yet. You definitely want to take the time to fill out the full map, I believe, since you'd get pretty significant rewards for doing so. You get a lot of ability points. Found the notes on the lamia. I'll read those off stream later. There's an enemy I haven't fought yet. Let's do this. Battle 8. It's just 2 plants. Plants are good and easy to defeat by themselves. There we go. simple and straightforward. Oh, good. I got some new equipment. So, Metaflux. Deals a random amount of magical damage. And he can't... Oh, there we go. He's got a magic ability now. Okay, good. I like the loot system. You don't get too much of it, but it seems to be exciting when you do. You want to use it. That should be the last square. There we go. 3 ability points. So let's see if we can find the next dungeon level and plug along. Plug along. Just had a question on Twitter. I don't know why you don't put the question actually on YouTube, Trent, but explain how the health works in this game. So yeah, there are 2 health stats. There's a mind health and a physical health. And you need to remove all of the mind health or physical health, one or the other, before you can start to do damage to the hit points. So it works like a shield system. And once you've removed all the mind health or physical health from one of the characters, then you can start to do physical damage to them. It makes sense pretty quickly once you start to play it. Okay, moving down the dungeon further. Okie dokie, so now we're on... Floor 4. Floor 4. These are getting big now. Look at the size of this. Where's the enemies? Ah, there we go. 1 down. Battle 08. 0A. Hellhounds and bug things. Bug things. Hellhounds and trees. Oh, I took my first damage. My character had no physical defense left thanks to the Hellhound's bite marks, so the tree took a little bit of health actually off the character themselves. That wasn't cool. YouTube is hard. You found out how to make a comment. Hello, Trent. Welcome. Yeah, so this is pretty good. It's quite simple. It's quite straightforward, but it's good. I'm greatly enjoying this. Oh, that does a lot of damage. Nice. Nice. So far, I do find myself using the magic abilities more than the physical abilities, but I would imagine that as I get better weapons, which I haven't really got yet, I will have to use physical attacks as well. But for now, that is definitely my most powerful ability, that magic attack there. Okay, so I'll see in the next battle if hit points recover between battles. I don't think they do, which is why there are healing springs scattered around the dungeon levels. I'll need to find one of those to heal up the character that took some damage. Here we go. There's a resurrection shrine and a healing fountain, but I just want to check. Out of curiosity. Fight this battle here. Yeah, so hit points don't come back. You have to find a healing fountain. And these are nice new enemies. We've got a black bear. Whoa. That's a little tough. That's a tough enemy. We've got a sculpture and a gargoyle. Okay. So the gargoyle has no physical shield, so let's start hitting him with... Oops, I missed. Not good. Let's try again. Nope. Missing those. Ah, flying. Right. Because the gargoyle flies, I need arrows or something to hit him. That makes sense, I guess. Let's hit the black bear. I'm a bit worried about that guy. Whew. I was right to be worried about that guy. He hits hard. This is not looking good for my little team. We're in a spot of bother here. At least I got rid of the bear. Okay, old man took a bit of damage. And we'll take a bit more. No, old man's dead. That's not good. There is a resurrection fountain just nearby, so I'll just retreat to that after I defeat this. Here we go. Well, that was a tough battle. Took me about, what? Took me about 46 minutes to get to a battle where I lost a character. But I did it. Now I need to go and resurrect them. Fill in these squares. Okay, so that one is Resurrection Shrine. And we're all healed up. Enemy number 8. 2 mantises and 2 plants. That's not so bad. Uh-oh. Getting better at hitting me. 1 mantis down. Finish off that one. So as you would have probably guessed from this, there's not exactly much of a plot to this game. We have had, other than the little intro which explains why there is a dungeon, I guess, which was explained in about 2 paragraphs. There hasn't been any plot to this game. It is very much a streamlined, combat-focused RPG experience for people who have fond memories of that stuff. Finally found the notes on the Hellhound. But then, not every game needs to have that kind of in-depth. It doesn't need to be Trails of Cold Steel or whatever. It is nice sometimes just to have a casual game. Hit the wrong Lamia, actually. Silly me. And another one bites the dust. And Renzo leveled up. Okay, we'll go this way. It's 60. Check out that in a second. What's in the number 60? Treasure! We got an emerald ring. Sweet. What do you do with an emerald ring? You put it on. What's it do? Increases magical defense when equipped. Oh, not just increases it, massively increases it. It's gone from, it'll go from like 30 to 3025. Cool. Oh no, I can't equip it yet because it requires 20 PP. And I only have 19 on these characters, so it'll got to level up a bit. That treasure is pointless for me for like another 40 levels. Useless. Alright, in that case, let's get on with the adventuring. Panda comes in and finishes them off. There you go. 2 of them. Just 1 to go. It's a bit of overkill, given that it's only got 4 hit points left, but anyway. Dead. Okay. What's 7 got? A purification spring. Don't need that. Don't believe. Another battle. Do you have to keep completing your squares? No, you get ability points by filling in the entire map. So you can optionally miss it, but it's pretty... You don't want to. It's definitely a good idea to finish it because you get an awful lot of ability points for doing so. So, oops, I didn't want to withdraw. Bye-bye, Hellhound. And we'll finish them off there. Okay, so now I'll further explain. So there's this thing here, ability log. Now, at the moment I've got 27 possible ability points. I don't have that many skills, but you increase the number of ability points that you have by completing the map. You get 3 points for each map that you completely fill in. So it's definitely worth it, especially later on down the game. You'll want to have as many of those abilities available as possible. So it is a little bit of a thing that you need to get a bit OCD about because as you can see at the top left, once the little person's notification screen disappears, at the top left you can see there that it says there's 464 of 659 squares. So still got a bit to do on this map, but yeah, if you don't, then you'll be short on abilities in the late game, which I'm going to imagine you don't want to be. Alright, so nearly finished this battle. And there we go. Another one bites the dust. Run into another combat straight away. This time it's 2 Lamias and a skeleton. Old hats are defeating those at this stage. I miss the ghosts. Bring back the ghosts. They were my buddies. Mr. Square. Did I? I have to go and check that. I'll have to find the square. Yeah, imagine if you only missed like 1 square in the map and then had to run around trying to find that 1 square. That would be a bit annoying. Right, enemy down. I did miss a square, you're right. Thank you for pointing that out before I just walked on and left it. Okay, so back into the adventure. Nearly finished. About 100 squares left now. Have to fight a couple more enemies, but Lamias are not such a problem. I do like the flow of this game. It moves very, very quickly, as you can tell. And that is nice. So many, especially RPGs, they move at such a slow pace these days. And it's worth it because they've got a good story to tell or whatever. But it is nice to have a game that just kind of ticks over quickly. Which is, yeah. Don't listen to Trent, I like the OCD. Thanks for that, Tiffany. And welcome to the stream. It is a little bit cathartic to just run around filling in all these squares. They all get painted in. All right. Bye-bye with that praying mantis. Get rid of the plant. Oh. They do have a group attack. That's the first time. I think I've fought about 30 of these praying mantises so far, and that's the first time they've pulled out the group attack. Always little surprises. Cool. 2 of my characters leveled up. There doesn't seem to be that much benefit to leveling up. Like, I think they get a little bit more health or something, but they certainly don't do much more damage. That seems to be equipment driven. Okay, gargoyle. Oh, that's great. There's squares over there. And I think I missed them when I was running around this dungeon. I've got to go find a way to get back there to fill them in. This is the end of the level, because 1 means the stairs down. And how short am I? Ah, cool. Ability station. There we go. So if I had more abilities, I'd be able to fill them in, but I don't yet. What's this? Adventurer's Rest. That's a pain. There's like 10 squares. 10 squares to fill in. Alright, let's do it. May as well. What I've got to do other work than waste some time. Oh, shoot. Gonna keep those squares. I'm not going to leave them. Hang on, I can move faster. There we go. There is the option to move faster to get back to those squares. Where'd they go? There they are. Now I did it. See, 3 ability points have been rewarded. Now I'm going to go all the way back again. How many 7? What was 7? Ah. The whole time I could have moved faster, yes. But it's blurry and it's hard to control. I like moving slow. There we go. Descending stairs. Down we go. So now there's 736 squares to fill in. Oops. You can go back up too. Oh, and there's enemies. You can refight enemies if you want to. Alright, so I'm getting more error messages that apparently this stream is just not going to work for me for the rest of the night. I'll probably have to give it a rest there. Anyway, that gives you an idea of what this game's about. That's the first 5 levels in the first hour or so of play, and it looks like the rest of the game will be more of that. I hope this stream has somehow survived all the technical errors I seem to have had with it. If not, then I'm sure the downvotes will tell me otherwise. But anyway, thank you for everybody who did join in and said hello. I hope that was interesting. I will eventually get a review of this done for digitallydownloaded.net. In the meantime, give it a go. It's not that expensive. It's creative. It's Square Enix, and it's indie best. And it's indie best. So yeah, it was a nice surprise that they dropped on us at TGS a couple of weeks ago. They released it soon after, and I think it's going to be a bit of an underground hit for them. thanks everybody for joining us. We will see you next time. I should have another stream, probably tomorrow night. There's a horror game that has an embargo lift tomorrow, and I think I want to give that a go. So on stream. So yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow night with another stream. Have a good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever time it is over your way.